Welcome back friends in my YouTube channel. Today we are now going to discuss the subject Applied Zoology for SYBSc class. We are now going to teach the topic sericulture. First of all, we see the actual concept included in a sericulture. So, what is meant by the sericulture? In short, the rearing of a silkworm for the production of a raw silk is known as a sericulture. It is a regular industry in India. It started from 1904 in a Busa Institute of New Delhi. The 6 species of a silkworm are used in the silk production. Then we see the history of a sericulture. Then we move towards our main topic, that is a types of a silk moth. There are 4 types of a silk moth. First one is a Bombyx mori, second one is a Tassar silkworm, third one is a Muga silkworm, and fourth one is a Eri silkworm. First of all, we see the mulberry silkworm. We see the systematic position of a mulberry silkworm. It includes in a kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda. Why it is included in a phylum Arthropoda? Because the insect which develop the jointed appendages, that's why it includes in a phylum Arthropoda. Then class Insecta. The special characteristics of a class Insecta is the insect which possess 3 pairs of a leg and 2 pairs of a wing. That's why it includes in a class Insecta. Then order Lepidoptera, family Bombycidae, genus Bombyx, and species Mori. Then we see the descriptive part of the species Bombyx mori. It is a domestic silk moth. Bombyx mori is a domestic silk moth, and it is Bombyx mori is also known as a mulberry silk moth. The Bombyx mori produce a cocoon with a continuous silk filament. Then mulberry silkworm is further classified and identified as a Japanese silkworm, Chinese silkworm, European silkworm, or a Indian silkworm. It is a uniholtine. Uniholtine means they produce egg only one time in 1 year. Then biholtine means it is reproduced 2 times in 1 year, and multiholtine means reproduced throughout the year. Then second one is a Tassar silkworm. The Tassar silkworm belongs to genus Anthraria, and they are called as a wild silkworm. It is also known as a wild silkworm. The China is the biggest producer of a Tassar silkworm. Means China. Firstly, the Tassar silkworm start in China. That's why it is a biggest producer of a Tassar silkworm. Then followed by the India. Tassar silkworm is a polyphagous. Polyphagous means it feeds on many plants. The Tassar moth is a large insect. Female is larger than a male. Then third one is a Eri silkworm. It belongs to either of 2 species, namely Samia raciniani and Philissamia racini. The Philissamia racini is also known as a Castor silkworm. The Era name itself derived that Era means the castor. It also domesticated species and rare on a castor oil plant leaves. It produces a white or brick red silk. That's why it is popularly known as a Eri silk. The filament of this silk fiber is a non-continuous nor uniform in thickness, so the cocoon cannot be relayed properly. It is a multiholtine species having the 6th generation in 1 year. Then fourth one is a Muga silkworm. It belongs to genus Anthraria asama, and it produces the lustrous. Lustrous means shiny golden yellow silk thread, which is very attractive and strong. The food plant is a Machilus bombycina and Listia polyanthia leaves. It is a wild in nature. The ideal temperature of a Muga silkworm growth is 24 to 30 degrees Celsius, and humidity is 75 to 85%. The wing and body of a male moth are a copper brown in a color. The male is smaller than a female. Then the life cycle of a Bombyx mori we see in a next lecture.